Hello, this is Montar from Video Gamers, and this is the Hydra fight. The Hydra fight can be quite tricky because this entire valley you see before you is normally filled with crystal golems, and it's quite tedious clearing them out, so I just skipped that part. I'm going to go straight to the fight itself. You'll notice me hiding behind these rocks because they prevent the Hydra's water bolts, or whatever the heck they are, that he fires at you from harming you. You'll want to do that, wait until the volley hits the wall, and then run down so you can get to them, hopefully without ever getting hit by those. They do quite a bit of damage, so it's preferable to avoid that. You will notice me picking up my corpse here, and that is because I died actually last time I tried this fight, just immediately before this one I'm showing you, because I forgot to clear out all the crystal golems, and this led to me getting knocked off into the deep end there. So that's one thing to watch out for. Make certain that you don't walk too far out and get knocked into the deep end. The Hydra pretty much attacks always in the same area, though he will switch it up a little bit. This will be more noticeable when there's fewer heads. And what you basically need to do is just stand in one spot that you're confident in, so that you're not getting hit by, say, more than one head, so you can block it whenever it happens. And then you're just going to want to wait until he attacks, and you're going to want to smash the heads off. One thing to make certain of is to not back up too much, otherwise he'll start firing the water bolts again. Another thing to make certain of is to not fall for it when it looks like you need to walk off into the deep end to hit his heads. That will lead you dying, and I'll show you what to do in that case a little bit later. Killing the heads isn't terrifically difficult at all, so once you're in a proper position, just make sure you go roughly back to that area and then go and chop the heads off whenever you get the opportunity to do so. It can be something of a long fight if you're being incredibly careful, but, you know, it's better be safe than sorry, because this boss is a little bit frustrating to deal with if you've died once or twice before while fighting him. That's pretty much it for this fight. He doesn't really do much else besides the head attack and the firing the water bolts. And you can see triggered onto the water bolts attack because I moved up a little bit there when he decided to attack again. And then he'll just go back to this. The heads will move about a little bit, especially when you move around a little bit. So reposition yourself as you feel is necessary to get the best shot at smashing them. You'll notice that I do miss or whiff on a couple of these strikes here and there, so you know, that will delay you a bit in killing him, but you're not really losing anything, and there's no real stress to finish off incredibly quickly. He doesn't do anything besides these two attacks. So yeah, that's basically it. What you will see me do here when there's only one head left, I believe, is switch over to my bow and shoot that one, because the head kept attacking off into what looked to be the deep end, and I didn't really want to risk running over there and possibly falling in. So instead, I just showed you what you can do if you want to do this, is just pull out your bow and fill the heads full of arrows, and then it'll do just as good a job as slicing them. So if that's what you want to do, that's what you can do. I wouldn't recommend trying to do it from any range beyond the one where he is attacking you with the melee head attack, because he will just continue to fire massive amounts of water bolts and likely crush you. Although you might be able to find a proper angle where you can get shots off at him without him being able to hit you. Still, it's almost always going to be faster using the Drake sword at this point in the game. So, yeah, just run down there, get your proper positioning, trigger the melee head attack, and then go to work. As you can see there, that head went a little bit further than normal, largely because I'm backed up. So he will then, you know, attack in a slightly different area. You can try and aim, as I was there, to hit the head as it comes out of the ground, just to make sure you get at least one hit in before he pulls it back. So that's a useful way of hitting him. And this is where you'll see me switch over to my bow, because that head attacks off into what looks like it might be the deep end, and at the same time I just wanted to show you guys that you can indeed just fill them full of arrows. He can be a little bit irritating with how long it takes to kill him with arrows. Of course, that might be partially because we don't have much dexterity on this character, so we don't get much of a damage bonus to our archery. And also we're using the weakest possible form of arrow, so you can see that's not doing very much damage there. Well, that was 11, I believe. So, yeah. This will take a while, but, you know, the end of it is a dead Hydra, and then you can run back and forth through this area without the potential for getting smashed by a bunch of water bolts. And that's about it, I guess. Good luck.